Hey guys, this is a totally unscientific benchmark that I'm doing here. I'm going to be going through various fan speeds. For some reason, MSI Geforce is like changing the speed I put in. I don't know if it's just due to their defined curve. Maybe it's my fan. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, we'll just do that. So right now I'm at 51. Let's take a look at what the different sounds are. Let's do 60. It's probably adjusted to something else. Really, y'all are more concerned with 100, I'm pretty sure. So that went up to 72. I'll let this sit here for about 15 seconds. As you can tell, it's not too loud at all. I don't really hear much difference, but at least to my ear, it might sound differently on the mic. Let's go up to 80. So there you go. That's when you start getting the ramp up. So we're at 86 right now. It's definitely louder, but not obnoxious. At least not to me. I can see where if you're having this on top of the table next to your ear, this would be annoying. So for people who have PCs on the bottom of their desk, they're probably not going to notice this as much at 80. But remember, we were sitting at 90. Let's just go to 87. Probably should bump it up to 91. Okay, this is, remember, we were hitting 90 in the earlier benchmarks. So this is where it was normally idling under load. So you can definitely hear something. If we go down here to the tachometer, core clock, every clock power. Fan speed is 91%. So our tachometer is at 2949 right now. 2958. So tack 1, tack 2. This only got 2 tachometers in. Alright, let's just go ahead and do what y'all want to hear, which is 100. And we'll let this idle for about 3 minutes. And that should give you the idea of what the speed is. And then I'm also going to do a heaven benchmark with this at 100% so we can see what temperatures do. Like I said, guys, this is totally unscientific. You can hear a difference. 100 is pretty loud. I mean, it's loud, but if you put on your headphones, like if I put on my headphones, I really can't tell. Like if I turn this off, like if I was gaming with this, I would not be able to tell. So I would say this is a good card for people with headphones, but if you're not using headphones, this probably isn't good for you if you're very sensitive to noise. So the tachometer now is at 3,400 average, it looks like. I'll make it look easier later. I'm actually going to do a heaven benchmark where you can see it on screen and do the same changes. Yeah, it looks like we're idling, or we're averaging around 3,400 on the tachometer at 100% fan speed. That's pretty high. I'm not an expert in fan curves or anything like that, but yeah. That's what we got here. Alright, I'm going to turn back on auto. Let me see. Fan. This is the fan curve I have now. It's pretty aggressive. Let's put this back down to auto. Let's see what happens. That's it ramping down. So it idles around 59 at 32 degrees Celsius. So that tells you my ambient temperature on my GPU is around 32, 33. So personally, I think that's my case. I don't think this case has really good airflow, as we've determined. I've actually since taken the front panel off and replace it with just the glass, so I have no filter on there. So it's I'm gonna have to clean more. But I thought y'all like to see this. Here, let me go ahead and stop this video and then go do a heaven benchmark and reattach my microphone so we can actually see what the tachometer says. Hey guys, I'm actually going to do one more, and I'm going to simulate, like, let's say you put your ear right next to the computer case and how it would sound. This is how it's going to sound like if you had your ear directly against the GPU at 100%. Now remember, I am not a sound professional in this, so your mileage will really vary on this. I recommend you go to someone like Gamers Nexus when they get this card and do an in-depth review on the sound and thermals on this card. Right now, there's not many people who have the Ventus, and I guess there's a reason why. I guess we're figuring that out now with me. I'm the unfortunate one. All right, let me roll into the heaven benchmark from here at 100%, so we could actually, I'll run it for about 15 minutes to see where the fan curve or where the tachometer lays out, and so y'all could see that, and the temperatures with 100%. All right, here you go, guys. This is us running heaven with 100% fan speed, and I've been running heaven for about an hour actually, just to torture test it, and it's stabled out at 70 degrees Celsius in temperature. But I'm doing this so you see the fan RPM, and it looks like on average we're looking at 3,400, like 3,350 to 3,400 is the tachometer speed on the fan. So for you guys who are into that stuff and fan speed, fan curves, I'm doing this for you to look at. So we're running this benchmark, and we're running the whole benchmark for you. I already reset the FPS, and we're going to see how that affects everything at the end. So here we go. And keep in mind, this is with no overclock at all. I think the biggest problem with this card is the power limit. I'm going to have to figure out how you can increase that power limit. Like, if I can't increase the power limit at all on this card, that's going to be real shitty for people. And I will say, like, people are wondering about the sound of it. It is loud. You can basically hear it, but it doesn't sound like a jet engine. But if you're wearing headphones, like not open back, but closed off headphones, you're not going to notice the sound when you're playing games. Maybe when there's no music or any action going on, you'll notice it. But generally speaking, while you're playing a game, you're not going to notice the sound. So if you want the coldest you possibly can get it, and you're okay with 100%, you can do that. Honestly, I would not go up to 100%. I would keep it. It normally idles in gaming, like we saw, about 90%, which is still high. So you could probably also do some standardized fan curves where you're not overtaking. You could probably set it to 65, 70. And probably only go up to 78 degrees, which does sound hot, but I mean, you're okay up to 85 degrees. You're not going to thermally limit the card. As long as you have good air conditioning, everything like that, 85 degrees should be fine on this card, playing with it. But I do feel like it is underperforming in FPS. But I'm going to get clarification from MSI. I've already engaged them with Twitter and gave them links to my video. I'm also going to give them a link to this video as well when I'm done with it. But yeah, this is with the side panel on, and I also took off the front panel. So from my last video, you saw a 4-degree delta between having the front panel on and not having it on, so I took that front panel off, man. The airflow in this case sucks. I'm going to have to upgrade my case when I build the other computer. It's going to really suck. I really don't want to build a new computer right now, but apparently I'm going to have to if I want to actually not fry my freaking system. Well, it's not going to fry it, but... And that's the end of the benchmark. Show we got, so... Not too bad. Average is 97 on Heaven. There you go. There you go, guys. That's kind of my fan test, or my arbitrary, non-scientific way. I hope it helped. I don't know if... I'm not an expert in fan sound and stuff like that. So hopefully that gives you an idea. Personally, for me, the fan sound isn't too loud, but I'm also a closed headphone user. I could understand somebody who uses speakers who'd probably not like it. If the computer was sitting on the floor, you might not notice as bad. But typically it does run around in-game around 90% fan. But you could probably do your own fan curves and only increase by 2 or 3 degrees and get it a little bit late. It's basically silent at 65, 70, I'll say. Like, as silent as I think it should be. So I'll let you guys think about that and see how it is. But yeah, as always, live good, Taku. Be good, Taku. Have a great